So here today with Staff Sergeant Callahan, just like Callahan Auto Parts from Tommy Boy. Not really, but kind of. Distant related, right?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Currently in the United States Army, and what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot.
So how long have you been in the service for?
I'll hit 17 years on June 12th.
And you look pretty young for a guy who's been in the military 17 years.
Yeah, actually last year I turned the age that is officially too old to join.
Really?
Yep. 35.
That's right. So we're the same age.
Yeah.
Wait, are you 36 now?
No, I will be 36 in July.
Okay, so I'm December. So we're the same age.
Yeah.
Yep. Maybe I'll look like you if I shave this beard.
Maybe.
Or work out as much as you guys do.
Well, I'm sure Caps will always welcome you.
Yeah, he's trying. What made you want to enlist?
Honestly, I've always wanted to be part of the military. I think it was my junior year. I talked to the Air Force about flying cargo planes because my eyes weren't good enough for jets.
Okay.
And he told me, don't talk to the Army. I think they couldn't work with me at that time, and he never called back. And at the end of junior year, I'm like, you know what? It can't hurt to at least see what my options are.
Yeah, you need as many as you
Yeah.
can. Yeah.
So I was up front with the Army guy. I was like, hey, I like working with my hands. I was talking to the Air Force about flying cargo planes. He's like, well, let's put the two together, and how about helicopter mechanic? That's a pretty sweet gig.
Yeah.
The Army guy actually kept following up with me, answering any questions I had, called to see if I had questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's probably the main reason I'm in the Army today.
Just because of the way he handled it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
Isn't that
Yep.
I'm glad you brought that up, man. 'Cause I like doing these because every week is different, but the little things are everything. Because
Yeah.
that's such a small thing.
Definitely.
And some people in their lives wouldn't go above and beyond just to say, like, hey, are you cool? Do you get this? Blah, 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 blah. They just go on down the highway.
Yep.
And that completely changed your direction in life because of what his attention to detail or the fact that he gave a damn.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
I mean, I may have ended up Air Force if I didn't talk to the Army guy.
Or the guy could have kept following up or whatever. But
Yeah.
one did and one didn't, and
Yep.
now you're in an Army uniform.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Not crazy. It's awesome. I think it's awesome how that works because I
Yeah.
love that stuff. So you got in as a helicopter mechanic?
Yes.
Okay.
I work on the Black Hawk helicopter.
Cool.
Basic training, 10 weeks long. Job training was 16 weeks long. So about 6 months worth of training.
Mm-hmm.
And then my first duty station, I lucked out and got Germany.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Amazing time over there. I loved it.
How long were you there for?
3.5 years with a 15-month deployment to Iraq.
That's awesome.
We replaced, my unit replaced the initial invading.
Okay. The guys that went and set it up.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I met my wife over there. I jokingly tell.
She's German, full on German?
She's half German, half Italian.
Really?
Yep.
That's awesome. Mine is half German, half Hispanic.
Okay.
So we kind of got the same, but
Yeah.
different.
But I met mine in Germany.
But I meant mine here at good old Springfield Mo.
Yep. Yeah, I jokingly tell people that's why I married her. Now I've got an excuse to go back.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. We've been trying to figure out a way to go over there for a long time. It's every guy that's ever been deployed says it was unbelievable. Even the World War II guys, after everything was done, were like, man, this country is awesome.
Right?
Because the people are really cool. And
Yeah.
the countryside is just gorgeous. And you can get on a bicycle and just ride wherever the hell you want to ride to.
Yeah.
Or you can drive 100 million miles an hour on the Autobahn.
You know what? I actually found out the Autobahn has a speed limit in some places.
Yeah, it does.
I did not know that until I was there.
Did you get pulled over?
No, but they got those cameras that flash.
Yeah.
Definitely got a couple of those.
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because you don't get the flashy lights behind you kind of thing. Hey, slow down. You get the too late.
Yeah, it doesn't
Well,
warn
what's the
you.
point in
You're
slowing
going,
down
yeah,
now,
yeah. It's like, well, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna earn every dollar of this.
You know what though? I got
euro.
I got good at spotting those cameras though.
Yeah, I bet everybody does. That's a really good point. I wonder if they change those up every few years.
While I was there, they didn't really.
Yeah.
They may have installed new ones or taken down old ones, but I mean they didn't really change locations too much.
It would be smarter if they did them like way stations where there's a bunch of them and
Yeah.
only certain ones are active at certain points.
Yeah.
So but then again, I guess if you're used to looking, you just drive the speed limit anyway.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like we were driving to St. Louis this weekend to see the Eagles, and halfway through, just in the middle of nowhere, it said drug checkpoint 2 miles ahead, drug dogs. And I was like, on I-44? There's no way. Everyone slowed down, though.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Right?
And then he kept driving. I wasn't doing anything wrong, so it wasn't a big deal. And then 2 miles went by. I was like, well, where's the drug checkpoint? I wanted to see this, Nothing. So I get to my dad's house, and I'm like, he's like, did you slow down? I was like, well, yeah. And he goes, and he bet everybody else did. And I was like, yeah, they did. So it's actually not a bad idea to just throw it up.
Yep.
Say, hey, we'll be watching. So what'd you do after you got out of Germany?
Well, I brought the wife back to the States. We got married, finished my tour in Germany, and then I was stationed in Fort Campbell, Kentucky, where I was part of the 160th Special Operations Aviation Unit. Did a lot of cool guy stuff there. Had the opportunity to go to a flight company, but personal life, wife and I had experienced a loss, and we were kind of on, like, it was the day I was supposed to final out processing in Germany to go to Fort Campbell was the day that it happened. So I wasn't really looking for too much gone time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the 4 years that I spent there, I deployed twice for 2 months each. Versus if I went to a flight company, it's 2 months gone, 2 months back, 2 months gone. There's a 3-month stint in there somewhere, and I knew that going into it. So I was, some parts of me really kind of wish that I had, because that would have definitely been an awesome experience. They're the only unit in the Army that still uses miniguns.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it is awesome. I would have loved to be able to go shoot one of those during aerial gunnery that we do every 6 months. Yeah. Man. But, then from Fort Campbell, I went to South Korea. Probably my favorite company that I've been in. They really took care of us. I was in a flight company there for the whole 3 years.
Wow.
I was one of the lucky few that got the command sponsorship and was able to bring my family with me.
That's cool.
Which really made it great.
Yeah, huge difference, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then of course the Army's like, hey, here's a little bit more cash to stay an extra year.
Yeah.
So we took that. And then I love flying around the VIPs. We flew around Redskins cheerleaders, Cowboys cheerleaders. Right?
Just because? Did they contract you guys out or what?
Basically, somebody somewhere submitted a request to get transportation with an aircraft, and we got it. And I'm sure it was for MWO events or USO.
Okay,
or something like that.
Yeah, gotcha.
But my guys picked them up, took them where they needed to go, brought them back, and all that stuff.
That's awesome.
And, I mean, of course, we're flying around generals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then at one point, there was talk of the president coming through. I think it was Obama. And so we did some coordinating with Secret Service, figure out where he needed to be by when and stuff like that. And he canceled last minute, but it's still a really cool story.
Yeah.
We had the opportunity to fly the president.
That'd have been cool.
Yeah.
That's
definitely.
awesome. That's cool.
Definitely.
That's awesome. Man. Germany, Kentucky, but they have whiskey.
Yeah. Definitely.
South Korea.
Jack Daniels.
Yeah. Do you like the food in South Korea?
Yeah, actually, I love the beef and leaf. I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Asian culture's got the food thing down.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
All of them. Japan, it doesn't matter where you go.
Yeah.
I don't know about China.
You know what, though?
They have beer in a bag, and that
you
just
can't really beat,
kind of bugs me out a little bit.
Can't really beat a schnitzel, though.
No, well, Germans, totally. Yeah.
But
my mom kind of burnt me out on the whole sausage thing, the kielbasa thing.
Yeah.
That's her fault. Anyway, but yeah. So what'd you do after South Korea?
I went to upstate New York, Fort Drum, land of the cold.
Yeah, froze his butt off.
I loved the amount of snow that they got up there.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like
and I love playing around in the ice, especially
they're
with
getting nailed
four-wheel
right
drive.
now too. I think nor'easter.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, nor'easter every year.
And it's like 20 minutes from the Great Lake.
Oh, cool.
So you always get that lake effect snow.
Yeah.
Which just like multiplies
Everything.
Yeah, exactly.
That moisture. You're pretty close to the border too. I bet you had a lot of cool like outdoor stuff up there.
About 30 minutes from Canada.
Yeah. A lot of cool outdoor stuff.
Yeah. The summertime was awesome. I mean, you could still go like skiing and snowboarding and stuff in spring and fall. it's not really melting until like summer actually starts.
Yeah, you get 3 months off. Pretty much is what I hear.
Pretty much, something like that. But yeah, it never really got too hot. The cold was super cold, and they can keep that up there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I went on a motorcycle ride once over there, and that's how I found out that my bike will actually get 130 miles to the one tank.
It's like that Seinfeld episode where they take the test drive and Kramer won't let him fill up the tank. He's just like, see how far it goes on E.
Yep.
And they just stay on the highway.
Yep. Yeah. They were like, there's a gas station just up ahead, and I was sweating being able to make it because 2 times prior to that I had run it dry, and I wasn't even at 100 yet. I don't know what had happened, but I made it to that gas station, and I was like, oh, thank God.
That's awesome. That's cool.
Yeah,
it's a good bike.
so.
That's cool. So what brought you to this area?
Well, I went on an 8-month deployment to Afghanistan doing quality control stuff, and I come back to...
Is that kind of just making sure everyone's doing what they're supposed to?
Yeah, basically making sure the wrench turner's putting the right amount of torque on the nuts and bolts, putting panels on correctly.
Up to spec,
yeah.
Gotcha.
I actually didn't know the blades of the helicopter could go on upside down and backwards until I had to make a soldier fix it.
God. Kids, what are you going to do?
Right. But I mean, they had good intentions. They were trying to be fast. They tried to cut a couple of corners, and mistakes happen. But that's why there's all those checks and balances.
Yeah. Deal with a lot of money and a lot of lives.
Yep. So I come back from Afghanistan. I get an email saying, "Hey, the Army wants you to go talk to kids in school." So, being proactive, I started looking at where I could go, and I found an email to send like my preferences. I think it was like choose 3 battalions in each of the brigades, and Springfield Joplin Company or Kansas City Battalion, was like choice number 5 because my wife has visited my folks in central Nebraska, and she's not so fond of small town, middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
When I graduated high school, by the way, there was just over 1,000 people.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea.
Yeah. In the entire school, not your graduating class.
No, that was the town's population.
The town's.
Yeah.
So I went to Kickapoo. It was close. It was close to like 1,000 in our graduating class.
My graduating class had 16 people.
And you all knew each other.
Yep.
See, that makes relationships real sticky, don't it?
Yes.
You try to have one in high school, dude.
Yep.
You're talking about not very far degrees of separation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the town of Callaway, Nebraska is much like, you ever seen the show Cheers?
Yeah.
Everybody knows your name.
Yeah. And anything you're getting into.
Yep.
Trouble.
Yep. But, it did work out in my benefit a couple of times because my dad was friends with the town cop. So, when I got caught car surfing on the family's full-size van, it worked out for me.
That's awesome.
But, yeah.
That's awesome.
So yeah, I mean, I wasn't too excited about recruiting, but I was happy it wasn't some of the other options. Like, I don't...
I forgot to put them down, so I'll bring them out as soon as they're ready.
Okay, not a problem.
Awesome. It's good.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
I want that more than anything.
Shit, where was
I? Recruiters. There was.
That's right.
Yeah.
My character, I don't see myself as being a drill sergeant.
Yeah.
I'm not the in-your-face, yelling at people kind of thing. And, I've heard it change. It's changed a lot since then, but, and I've worked with guys that they've been recruiters before and they've been drill sergeants before, and their stories have similar hours. Get up at 2 a.m. to go do your thing, finally get home at like 11 o'clock and to eat dinner. And
See, it's not a life, man.
Yeah,
I mean, balance.
It obviously recruiting's changed a lot since that story, because I don't know, maybe it's because we got a good working relationship in our office, but I mean, it's for the most part a 9 to 5.
That's good.
Hires up don't make the numbers they want, so we might get extended to like 7 o'clock on Mondays and Tuesdays, but I mean, other than that, one of my biggest problems was when I first got out here, having the 9 to 5 job and then not having the company PT or the
Extra,
yeah,
all that
the,
extra
the
stuff,
exercising
yeah.
in the
What are you
morning.
gonna do? Yeah.
You got to do it on your own.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I felt like I was on leave for the first 2 months
Yeah.
still, and nobody ever does anything on leave,
Yeah.
I mean, it's our time off.
Yeah.
So, but I had a PT test come up and I had to kick myself in the 5th point of contact kind of thing,
yeah.
get to where I needed to be, and I passed it eventually, but yeah, it's just
Stuff aren't this stuff. Things aren't easy. People think that you guys, hell, even the firefighters ones are insane. You know what I mean? Like those guys, you guys have to stay up. But it's also a good thing. I mean, you're dealing with so much stuff that you have to be in that physical condition. I understand that. It's not easy.
Yeah.
I work out 6 days a week, and I don't think I could barely pass it.
And obviously, right?
We're gonna make you look like a fool.
Obviously, some jobs require a little more physical fitness than others.
Yeah.
But the Army has one standard, so I don't care if you're infantry, aviation, or a desk clerk, you're going to do the same
Everyone
thing.
has got to work. Yeah.
So
That's cool. Well, food's here, so I guess that's it for us. But thank you, Staff Sergeant, for your service, and thanks for coming to lunch today, man.
thank you for your support.